We are back on Kind of Sound with my good friend Tim Barford from Vegfest. How you doing, Tim?
I'm good, thanks, Giles. Yeah, nice and snug on this chilly day. Yes.
I tell you what, mate, it's chilly, but when we are partying together at the London Vegan Fayre, which I'm so looking forward to in December, the beautiful Kensington Hall, and it is the 7th and 8th of December. I'll tell you what, we had a meeting, Tim, with Kind of Sound, with all the people, a part of the Missing Kind charity and all the projects that they're doing. And it's all about kindness. And the one person I could say that has done so much for kindness over the last 20 and as a person, your personal choices for 40 years a vegan is you, my friend. I'd like to applaud you and thank you for everything you've done for kindness.
Oh, do you know what? I feel kinder than I've ever felt in my life, actually. And I'm hit my 60s, so I've been doing this, like you mentioned, 40 years. It's my 40th anniversary of being vegan just a couple of months ago, actually. You know, I feel now that I've got to a place in my life where I'm feeling really, really happy inside. That probably a happiness I haven't really felt for a while. I think there's reasons for that, and I wasn't going to mention this, but I will do anyway. So what I've realised is just how far my own mental health had slipped over the last few years, and the battles had just ground me down. And it's only in the last week or two that I've kind of been released of that and really realised that, you know, I've got a new focus space here, it's really helping. So my heart's really there with a lot of people I know have just been ground down. This last few years has been a big struggle, and it hasn't got any easier for a lot of people, especially within the vegan community. People trying to do positive things, people who are to a degree, you know, liberated from the shackles of the you know, modern day consumerism and such like. And I've got space and time in their souls for a bit of kindness and love and feel good factor, and I've just been so up against it. You know, I think about all the independent health stores and how much they've been struggling. On the backbone of our alternative culture, you know, some of the independent festivals, live music venues, and there's just whole knock-on effect on so many good people of what I might call the, I don't know, the underclass or the sort of alternative thinking, or the so basically just everyday people who want to be reflecting the best of themselves every day, you know, trying to give a bit to the world without taking too much, trying to tread lightly and just be kind to each other. And we have been ground down like never before. And well, not for a few lifetimes anyway, it feels like. But here we are, you know, coming out of, I think, one of a very dark period for our culture. And, you know, that's been reflected in veganism. We've seen, in some cases, some really exciting growth and development of veganism. In other cases, particularly the independents, it's been really, really tough. You know, another vegan cafe closed yesterday in Bristol, where I live. You know, and it's been ongoing. So, you know, I'm just aware of how much those struggles do take away from your natural ebullience and kindness and desire to kind of fulfill. So, you know, that's something I'm really coming out of. I'm really happy about that. And I think it's only coming out of it that I realised how far I was in it.
Yeah, no, sometimes we actually don't. And I think that one of the most important things is the support that we can get from others through these times. And, you know, massive props to you for keeping flying the flag. Kind of Sound is out there. It's vegfest.co.uk. That is the website where you will find the incredible things going on. Now, we last saw each other, Tim, in Bristol at the Bristol Vegan Fayre, where we were jamming on the stage, we were vibing it out in the sunshine, having a fantastic time. And just to announce, ladies and gentlemen, 1:15 on Sunday, the Vegan All Sorts will be playing live music. which is a collection of, vegan musicians such as myself, such as Tim, such as Ian Hayward, such as Juliet, some other people joining us as well. We're going to have a lot of fun. And I think that's such a part of it, isn't it? Because when we look at the issues that surround health, animal welfare, the environmental well-being, sometimes these are very heavy issues, and we can get a bit weighed down with it, thinking, oh, can we do anything? And that's why I think it's so important we do get together and we celebrate and we learn and we share and we grow and we can just have a good time. And your events have always been about that. They've always been about having a good time, as well as having that deeper education. You've recently had the Vegan Party Conference. I was on childcare duties. How did that go? I got some great feedback.
Yeah, the Vegan Party Conference was a couple of months ago now. And you're right, it's really important to come together and have a feel-good factor. And, let's be honest, when vegans get together, there are always going to be food, cake, and lots of interesting conversations going on. So by nature, always good fun, these events, and it's a pleasure and a privilege to be putting them on still. I love it. 21 years now, vegan events. Yeah. The Vegan Party Conference was particularly interesting because it is really activists and campaigners. So that's really core vegan community and people who are really impassioned about, driven about, getting out there and trying to do something for animals, environment, health, and food supplies. All the boxes that veganism ticks. And this conference attracted, I think we had 650 people on a Saturday, and 550 people on a Sunday. So it's well attended.
Yeah.
Amazing lineup of speakers and stuff. It's all actually on the Vegfest website. You could get the audio recordings if you do want to listen to any of the panels. There's panels on things like ending the use of animals in laboratories, shifting to plant-based food systems. It's quite interesting ones too, moving beyond the welfare paradigm. Looking about establishing animal rights over the welfare paradigm, which is a really interesting panel. Language, use of language. And there was a really good one on animal rights and human rights too, which is quite a contentious topic. So we were able to embrace some quite broad, wide-ranging topics with a really good, like there were sensitive topics, some of them supported conversations, seeking learning outcomes. There were differences of opinions. I found myself really quite upset by some of the stuff I was listening to, indeed, but reasoning with it and thinking, do you know what, like I really disagree there, but I know why, and I can articulate that, and we can have a healthy disagreement.
Yes.
Because we understand each other, because we're getting a chance to speak openly and honestly with clarity. And then it's like, yeah, okay, I very much disagree with you, but I completely understand you. And that's really good. So we had some great things. But the London Vegan Fayre is all about fun. And it's definitely going to be a good fun vibe. I mentioned it's been a bit of a hard time for people. Yeah, also quite a lot of people having a really good time too. There's a really successful element to the vegan world still. There's been some terrific achievements this year. When you think of some of the things that have come out, think of some of the films that have come out this year, some of the amazing activism that's happened. There's been some great new vegan products and new vegan businesses popping up, some fabulous new vegan acts. Lots of stuff going on in the vegan community, some great artwork emerging, some spoken word, all sorts of stuff. And indeed, Giles, as you mentioned, the vegan all sorts, and I'm honoured and thrilled to be playing, a couple of original pieces there with you, unrehearsed, I say, which should be fun. But yeah, around about 1:30 or something at the London Vegan Fayre on Sunday, December the 8th. You'll be able to catch that historic moment.
Yeah, man, it's going to be.
It's going to be. Guitar. And I mentioned mental health earlier and some of the trouble, one of the things that's really kept me going, I picked up the guitar, I've been playing it 50 years now, guitar. And I picked it up about 6 months ago. I haven't played for 7 years.
Mm.
Mm. I haven't picked it up 7 years, apart from when I saw you in Bristol. It's about
Yeah.
the first time I played. And I've been playing it for about 6 months. So the time we saw you in Bristol, actually, I've been playing guitar again for a few months before I got up and did something. But I found it really good for mental health. And now I feel I'm through into a new lease of life. And there's a reason for that. And that's because I'm starting a new community interest company, which we'll probably talk about next time.
Yes.
But I have got a new lease of life, and that's been really exciting. And interestingly, my guitar playing has suddenly become a lot better.
Yeah.
But I think because I'm just not held back
Yeah.
by, there's an energy level
Mm.
that, I'm a lot more confident about playing in public because, I think a lot of this whole journey in life to happiness and being kind is removing blocks.
Yeah.
Wherever those blocks have come from.
Yeah.
Or, removing those blocks where perhaps you're just no longer concerned with some things that maybe used to concern you. You no longer find things irritating that maybe you can embrace, perhaps trust a bit more in the process. Maybe that just comes with age. I don't know.
Oh, it's certainly very true. I tell you, one of the things that I noticed that is back, and I'm very, very excited about it because, I mean, I remember, I think I was like 29 years of vegan. I don't know if I'll ever catch you up, but, but I remember it always as like this iconic thing, the Vegfest Awards.
Oh, yeah.
It's being this really like exciting thing. So the Vegfest Awards, ladies and gentlemen, are back, right?
Oh, yeah.
So go vegfest.co.uk, London Vegan Fayre. You scroll down there and you'll see these awards. And is it open now, Tim, for people to start voting?
Tomorrow, Friday. So if we're live, are we live?
We're not recording this live going out, but it's going to be going out soon. It'll still be tomorrow.
Voting opens on Friday, 22nd of November, and
Okay.
finishes on Sunday, December the 1st. So
Yep.
it's about a 10-day window. And you can go online to vegfest.co.uk and you'll see the link, on the top menu, there'll be under London Vegan Fayre, the voting Vegfest UK Awards. There's 10 categories, 10 nominees in each, except one category's got 11, just because it is Vegfest UK Awards. So there's 101 nominees.
Wow.
In 10 categories, and they kind of spare things like best vegan cheese, best vegan campaigns initiative, there's a best vegan environmental group, best vegan podcast. These kind of things are quite fun. It's quite a mix of there's I think one of the really interesting ones actually, Giles, which I know you'll like, is the creative activism. I mentioned films earlier. There's also been some terrific albums come out, some brilliant books, poetry, art, performance art, visual art. It's great. So the creative activism is really strong. Vegan events, vegan markets. There's a Vegan Event of the Year award. So there's some really interesting categories. They're all kind of independents and vegan community. People associated with our shows, but not always. Maybe you might find them at Vegan Camp Out or something like that too. So it's kind of our community, but quite close, and it's quite wholesome. I love the awards because they're always quite wholesome, and you've got people who perhaps might not be in line for being nominated. Perhaps big enough to get noticed, but at Vegfest, size doesn't matter.
Absolutely,
it's the integrity. And one of the beauties is actually we've got several businesses and or things, projects in the awards who literally started within the last few months. So 6 months ago, they didn't even exist. And now they're up for an award.
Oh, it's brilliant, mate.
And they're in a category with some pretty heavyweight, well-established high flyers in the vegan world. So it's got a nice wholesome
It's a beautiful thing.
Voted for by the public, so your public vote. It's a public. It's the only awards that are voted for by the public, I think, in the vegan world. So
Amazing.
people's awards. Yeah,
And it is the awards presentation is 2:30 with Peter Egan, of course, the wonderful Peter Egan, and my old buddy Karen Ridgers.
Oh, Karen, yes.
I mean, Karen again is an absolute hero of the vegan scene, of what she's done. And I know she loves being at Vegfest. I think she feels like
she's quite a special person. Funny enough, I met Karen 20 years ago at the London Kensington Town Halls at the Animal Aid Christmas show in 2005.
yeah,
That's where we first bumped into each other.
yeah,
Right outside where her stage is now, so literally just outside where we're playing, and it was kind of absolutely. I think it's a real love at first sight thing, and I was absolutely always loved Karen to bits, and she's just incredible. She's presented so much goodness. Talk about being kind. I think Karen radiates more good vibes than almost anyone I know. And then actually, Josh, I find it a bit unnerving sometimes with Karen, because sometimes I am, as I've mentioned, I can be really miserable, and especially after the shows, you're kind of left with the cleaning up, basically, which in this day and age means you've got to pay the bills. And that is not easy. That can be really hammering home and a really heavy burden. As I know, we all know what financial, burdens can be like. And I'll get emails from Karen, who's just completely radiated and bouncy and vibrant, and I'm just feeling the opposite.
yeah, man, right, yeah.
And always brings me back into a positive. And then we get going, and now we've got this eclectic lineup. I mean, it's Karen who's got us all our guests. I mean, you mentioned Peter Egan. We've got actress Joanna Rose. We've got Georgia Meacham, who's another actress, who's Wonder Woman, actually, with Georgia Meacham. Also champions deaf causes, which is good. And I should mention we have BSL interpreters at our shows. So they are inclusive for BSL interpreters. Georgia Meacham's coming. We've got Freya Cox of Bake Off, which is brilliant. And we've also got Charlotte Roy, who was in MasterChef just this summer.
Amazing. What a lineup.
Yeah, and they're all of them on the Saturday, they're on the best vegan mince pie competition. So
I can't wait to taste that.
Right, that Freya is actually going to be baking some special vegan mince pie. So we're going to have a Freya Cox Bake Off vegan mince pies in the competition. I'm sure they'll win over the Marks and Spencer's or Sainsbury's or whatever it is offerings that we'll have. But
and also, Tim, it's great to have a laugh, isn't it? I think it's such a powerful medicine, and some great comedians. Tom Ward, who I saw, I think, at one of your shows a year ago, very funny guy. I mean, Tony Dunn, there's loads of them, isn't there? And then we're finishing off. Would you believe that Ian Hayward, my fellow Peace on Your Plate band member and All Sorts now band member, he's bringing Elton John out of retirement with his live music tribute. We're going to be singing the songs of Elton at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
I saw Ian at Vegan Campat doing his Elton John set. Now, I know Ian's a really accomplished musician. I mean, we've known each other a good decade or more. He played at our shows many times, particularly his piano compositions are really, really strong. I love that piano tunes too, not a little piano tune, especially house piano tunes. So, but honestly, I was just strolling past the Vegan Campat, as you do, and I caught my eye with this, there's Elton banging out, I don't know, Candle in the Wind or something. And it's really, really good. Ian absolutely nails him, and it's a really, really good performance, really strong performance. And the day before, we've got David Robinson too. He's going to be doing some Elvis Presley Christmas songs too. He's a blues guitarist, so
beautiful.
Absolutely love blues guitarist. So we've got some really good musicians, and Andrew O'Neill, the comedian. If you've never seen Andrew O'Neill, I mean, Andrew O'Neill is, in my personal opinion, as funny as anybody on the planet right now.
Wow.
Yeah, really. And he is right up there, and always has been.
Yeah, right. Cool.
I should say. They're right up there, and I'm always impressed. I mean, I can never get enough of Andrew. We're really fortunate to have him. He was at the Big Party conference, and it's just. Well, actually, you know what? I missed introducing a panel because I was sat there rooted listening to him, and I forgot the time. And well, I didn't quite miss it. I was late, but I just managed to get there in time because I was so entranced by Andrew's comedy.
Andrew is 4 o'clock on Saturday. It's a fantastic value for money as well. £8 for the day, £12 for the weekend. I mean, what you're getting is incredible. You know, you could. There's talks. There's 110 stalls. Incredible food. It's going to be the best food in London at this event.
Yeah,
amazing vibe. You're back again, Tim, in Bristol. 2025.
Yeah.
It's non-stop. I'm so looking forward to as well when the CIC is fully revealed and we can get you back on Kind of Sound to kind of play out some of these things in the future. But let's just wrap up, Tim. Final message from you, my friend.
Yeah, just kind of have some fun this Christmas. Come along and have some fun. Come along and have a laugh at the Vegan All Sorts messing up their 5th track because they haven't rehearsed it properly. No, we're going to have some fun this Christmas. I think we all love a laugh. We all love each other too. And I think if ever there was a time to come together now and remind ourselves that as a collective, you know, we are quite strong. There is opportunities to do some quite remarkable things still. We should never let the bigger, perhaps cloudy pictures overshadow our own inner light. And radiating isn't not an easy thing to do all the time, but it gets easier when you come together with like-minded souls and radiate together a bit. So come and radiate at 1:30 with the Vegan All Sorts, the London Vegan Festival, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. You know, I hope you have a really wonderful season time, and it makes some time to perhaps re-energize. You know, that's what a lot of this time of year is about, isn't it? Is centering yourself and re-energizing and remembering the important things and not letting some of the challenges overshadow the light within. Make sure there's plenty of time for that light to nurture and shine. And
beautiful message, brother.
Blessings. Yes.
Beautiful message. And let's put peace on our plate this Christmas day. In Barford, Vegfest. We'll see you there.